Start here with Oregon State, and I've been trying to wrestle with this, trying to figure out the best, like, what is the path back? What is the level of healing that needs to go on? Because look, I'm going to play a clip from Ryan Clark, who was on this morning on Dirt and Sprague, and it's kind of like real doom and gloom there. So my question is what are the small battles that you can start to win to kind of figure something out, or are you kind of just waiting for this to just completely rock bottom? Because they're staring at 0-5 right now.
Yeah.
2 games in, and they're staring at 0-5. If you're alumni of this, Danny, what are the kind of steps you need to see to a healing path, or are you ready for it to bottom out?
I'm going to do it twice in one show, and I don't like doing it. Bray's got to go.
Yeah.
Bray has got to go. And it's unfortunate. I don't wish this on damn near anyone. He's not a head coach. The lifeblood, the culture, the institutional structure of that university is gone. When I think about Oregon State, you know what I think of?
Mm-hmm.
I think of Jonathan Smith. I think of Riley. I think of Dennis Erickson. I think of Chad Johnson, Hushmanzada, Steven Jackson, Ken Simonson, Jonathan Smith. I think of the linebacker years with
Matt Moore.
I mean, yeah. To be honest, yeah. I mean, like, I think of Nick Barnett. I think of the Rogers brothers. Like that, the level of play. Like, this is a team. Unless they go out against Texas Tech and acquit themselves, and that doesn't even mean win, but like be competitive. This starts smelling like Temple football. It starts smelling like rice.
Yeah.
And I love Josh Pate's line on this. If you lose to food, like when you lose to rice, if you lose to food, like if Oregon State,
I haven't heard that. That's funny.
If Oregon State, like if they go 1-4, they'll be what, 1-11, 1-12,
1-11. Houston will be 1-12.
Houston, if they lose to Houston, it'll be 1-12. That's not acceptable
Anywhere.
Let alone like Oregon State is not this illustrious program, but they are an above average program.
They should. They sit with my brethren. We should have a seat at the table over at least 15 schools that currently have seats.
Yes. And right now, you shouldn't.
Ryan Clark from...
And I say you to Oregon State, not to Washington State, to Oregon State.
Ryan Clark from the Oregonian was on Dirt and Sprague this morning, and this is what he had to say on the troubles at Oregon State.
My God. I mean, you can't derive a more embarrassing way for the program to display itself on national television than what happened with that game against Fresno State. Not just the fact that Bray lost his cool and was cussing on national TV and got flack for that, but that specific area of the team's performance, when in reality, in the other phases, they were pretty solid, especially on offense. It creates this atmosphere of sort of devastation right now, and they're staring down 0-4.
And I think that's what it is. It's crazy how fast things can fall apart. And I think, we knew going into this season that these 2 first games were going to be big. Cal and Fresno State were going to be huge games because what Tech, going on the road to Tech. And I know it's just down the road at Oregon, but after the last 2 weeks and what I expect to happen on Saturday against Northwestern, is Oregon State the easiest team on Oregon's schedule so far? And
they might be broken.
That's not how it looked. And I think it's crazy to think about in college football how quickly it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It can break.
And it takes longer to come back.
It really does. And
because here's the thing, Malik Murphy is a dude.
His numbers are great. Isn't he the top guy?
He's the highest rated Group of 5 quarterback in the country.
Good for him.
Like he has looked good. The offense has not been.
He better look good. He cost $1.4 million.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if you're talking about
cheap
dollar for production,
that's kind of nice.
He's probably on one of the higher ends in the country.
I'll take it.
Like there are a lot of programs in the country right now that would love to have Malik Murphy.
Well, that's the other thing, and that's why I don't know if I were an Oregon State fan, would I be frustrated and upset right now? Yes, I would. Do I want Bray out if I'm an alumni and a fan? Yes, I do.
I mean, Nemec has hinted at stuff. Not even hinted. He's said stuff behind the scenes. Like, that's where I look at this. It's not just X's and O's. It's culture.
Yeah, I think that's where the big problem is, because if you're Oregon, look, dude, Wazoo ain't going out and spending $1.4 million on a quarterback. You can. That's dope. I would love to be able to do that. Yeah. If I could spend $1.4 million on a quarterback, I might still have John Mateer.
Probably not.
Probably not, but you know what
to
I
your
mean.
point, yeah.
And so we've got to develop guys and find them out of nowhere. Those are the pluses I think I'm hanging on to if I'm an Oregon State fan. I trust Barnes. I do. At the AD. I do. I think Bray might be a bad call. And I think some guys make bad calls.
Yeah.
But I trust him in this situation. I think it's just turn the page and go away. I
think he
concerned,
mismanaged the breakup point of the Pac-12.
I think so too. And
I think that's more detrimental than the Bray hire.
And I don't know if I'm fully in on this damnation
collective.
Collective.
Well, yeah, you heard about the Gary Payton thing, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm in on that. But
one of your most famous alumni across all sports wants to give you money, but didn't go through the exact channel that you wanted to go through, so you told him to get bent.
Yeah.
And that's not a good look, dog.
Yeah, I think we might be also overthinking the volatility of the next few years for these programs. Because I don't think the super conference is happening anytime soon.
No, if you get the right guy in there, you can still
right.
You're not going to be able to save this year. This year is cooked.
No, you're cooked.
Well, and look, the super conference might not be happening anytime too soon, but you also don't want to fall so far out of the fray that you're too irrelevant
that
to
Tulane
make it
and
into
Memphis overtake you, and they're the teams that kind of jump into that fray.
And what I'm trying to say is, I don't think that will happen in just one season.
No, but if this hits the skids and it starts to really, really, really bottom out to the point of like, I saw Oregon State fan. Somebody said something to me on Twitter the other day, like, should we just go to the FCS? And I was like, God, that's
way deeper than you need to be.
Well, yes, but I'm like, the fact that is crossing Oregon State fans' mind, I was like, damn, dog, you guys are down that bad?
I mean, I have made jokes that I would love for my alma mater. I would love for my university to just scrap football, put it in basketball, and put the money back into the university. That is as an alma mater. But as a football fan, I don't want to go to FCS.
But also, I'm telling you this right now, you don't want that either, because basketball, even if they put all the money into it, doesn't raise enough money to matter.
No, I understand that. But that was more of like a loose cannon Patrick thought. I don't actually think that. I don't actually think we should go to FCS. And I think that's a little bit of an overreaction.
That's pretty extreme.
Look, go find somebody. Just go find somebody. Go get Gus Malzahn. Like, I don't know. The Gus bus, Can you go get somebody like that?
Honestly,
Urban Meyer.
No. Honestly,
I'm kidding.
I mean, go get somebody like that. Is Gene Chizik out there?
No,
I don't know.
Don't do that. Go take a risk on somebody outside your program who's young.
Oh, I agree.
That's what you need to do. Go hope and pray that, hey.
Well, but the thing is, at this point,
go find you
like
a Kenny Dillingham, and I know he's an Arizona State guy, but go find you a guy who's young, who's got some juice, who is not maybe quite ready to be a head coach, but you know that in a couple years he can, and stick with him.
You need to give your fan base some level of grace.
But I don't know what kind of like a Power 4 coordinator you're going to be able to go out and get. So is it going to have to be a group of 6 coordinator that you have to go out?
Go call Bartu.
You gonna have Dave Bartu coach that team?
No. His firm.
Oh, I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I like Bartu, but I don't know if he's a coach.
Go to a firm. Go to a firm who really does this. And I'm not talking about the PR firms that go
like this firm.
Yes, exactly. Go get, and we'll help you. We'll help you hire him. I'll just hire Dave. But go grab somebody that has got something.
Yeah.
And some sort of hope. Don't go for a retread. Like, I kind of joked about Gruden. I don't think Gruden would take the job, but like, you need somebody with energy.
Yeah.
Bray is like, I know Jonathan Smith didn't have energy, and Riley was not a guy who like, the last guy you had with energy on your sidelines was, I mean, Gary Anderson did a little bit, but like, was Dennis Erickson. Go find a young dude with energy. Go find your Marcus Freeman, your Dan Lanning, your Kenny Dillingham. Go find you a fiery guy to not only ignite your players, but ignite your fan base, ignite your student base. Just go find somebody with some juice.
Counterpoint. What about, instead of going to find the new juice, you go and somebody points this out, and it's Lazink on the old YouTube chat. What about instead a steadying force that re-levels things? What is Mike Riley doing?
Okay. This goes against what Danny is saying of the retread. If you get rid of Bray right now and bring in Mike Riley for the rest of the year, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
That's honestly, it's against what I'm saying, but it's what the Raiders did. It's what the Raiders did with Pete Carroll.
Just bring someone in to stabilize, and it just can be this year, and then go find your guy. Mike Riley would totally come in and just take care of it. Change the culture, fix things out just for the end of the year.
It's not
and to the
because
text
obviously Riley has a relationship with Kavanaugh. Like that could be doable.
to the text line that says the Beavs need to throw money at Oregon's offensive coordinator Will Stein. Will Stein's got better job opportunities.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
not. No,
No.
absolutely.
Absolutely
Sorry,
not.
that is
No.
pipe dream.
Yeah, sorry, my
Pipe
friend.
dream.
I mean, it could be like if Jed Fish leaves UW, Will Stein's looking at that job.
You know what you need to do?
If Florida fires Billy Napier, Will Stein might be looking at that job.
You need to do what Indiana did. Indiana was one of the worst football programs in the country, and they went and got Signetti from JMU.
Yeah.
And,
Google me, bitch.
And yes, Signetti's like, what, 62? I think you need to go younger than that, but what does Signetti have? All the juice in the
juice.
world. That man is the Juice
Swag.
Master 5000.
Yeah.
You need, if your program is in the depths, which Indiana football was way worse off from a football standpoint. Now they're
pretty
in the
rough
Big Ten
spot.
and they have money and basketball and they're a diehard sports state, all those kind of things. It's not apples to oranges, but it's close. But you need somebody with juice. Trent Bray could be a very good defensive coordinator. I saw him do it.
He's got the brain for it, sure.
I don't think he's a head coach.
No.
And people hear that and they think it's backhand. It's like Monty Kiffin is one of the best defensive coordinators that football has ever seen.
He never was a head coach.
And you know why? Because he knew. He knew what he was. Jim Fossil is one of the best special teams coordinators the NFL has ever seen. He wasn't great as a head coach, but you know what he is? He's special teams Jesus.
He did take the Giants to a Super Bowl.
I know, but you know what I
But I
mean?
know
It's
what
like
you mean. I know
it's
what
like knowing who you are. It's okay if you're not a head coach. If you're a great coordinator, go get somebody with juice because you were lifeless. Hearing Sprague talk about his team the way that he does, man, it genuinely hurts me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we grew up in an era where Oregon State was good. Oregon State was on the cover of Sports Illustrated when I was in high school. You know what I mean? Like, they don't need to be a top 10 team in the country, but you can't be a bottom 10 team. And right now, you might be a bottom 5.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you might be.
nuts.
And it's only 2 weeks that'll do that for you. And being 0-5 ain't going to help you.